Hey guys, welcome to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different that's even different for me. Okay, so originally, let me just back up. A lot of you ask me about where I get inspired and what books are on my shelf, and you're usually asking about decorating books. And I thought, okay, I'll just give you a little tour of my little table here, and I'll show you some of my decorating books that I've read and I think are worth buying. And then I thought, that would be so stupid. I'm not even thinking this through. I don't create my home only from decorating books. In fact, I'm actually opposed to that idea because I'll never be able to create something that's truly unique to me if I'm just literally copying someone else's decorating ideas. And I don't want to end up with someone else's house. I want to end up with mine. So I realized when I really thought about it, I don't just read decorating books for my house. So what I want to do today is be a little bit unconventional, which if you hung out around here will not surprise you. You've probably figured out that I like to do things in an unconventional way anyways. So I'm just being myself with you. And I'm going to show you books that have influenced me, that have influenced my decorating style, and really I think convey, I don't know, that it conveys my style and my ethos, because I think that's, if I can pass something along to you more than anything else, it is that ethos, that belief that we are all amazing, that our life story is something worth celebrating. It's so cool. I think it's completely amazing that we've all had these different lives, and things that we see just make us so happy, and what makes one person happy won't make the other person happy. And we're all so unique, and I think that is worth celebrating. And to really ever help you create a home that's truly you have to understand that. You have to understand that you are unique, and the things that make you you will also help you make a home that's gonna feel like yours and not just something that was set up on behalf of somebody else. Those unique touches are what will really, really help you transform your spaces into spaces that will change your life. They'll make you feel at home in a way that you never have before. So, with that very deep intro, let's chat about books that have been life-changing for me and have influenced my decorating style. Okay, so I have a whole bunch, so they're not really going in order. I'm just gonna start grabbing. Okay, so I would say there's a couple of these. These books by Hans Blomquist. I have every book that he has ever published, at least to the best of my knowledge. I have them all, and if I don't, I'm gonna go get them. And not only is this book sitting here, but The Natural Home is here too. And I love his books. Why do I love his books? Because they are about finding the beauty in the things that surround us. Somewhere in one of these books, he talks about the fact that there is beauty even in flowers that are drying and fading in a vase. That lesson freed me. That was the most amazing thing I'd ever heard. I definitely recommend any book by Hans Blomquist. He's amazing. Everybody was talking about the Shopkeepers Home for so long, and if you are into industrial, rustic, bohemian kind of style, you will absolutely love this book. And the reason that I had to have this book is because I want to be a shop owner. I want to have my own shop, and it's something that I've been dreaming of for years, and we're tired of talking about it, and we're getting to the point where it's like, let's just open the shop. Let's just live the dream that we want to live, right? And so I thought, oh, this is so cool. Vogue. Vogue is one of the things that has completely changed my life. It's changed me as a person. I love Vogue. I love fashion. And I am okay with me just literally just doing me. I mean, that is an incredible moment for me. And just loving the strange, loving the artistic, loving the things that were irreverent, and just owning my personal style. I think fashion can absolutely influence your home. I'm seeing that I am gonna be like, this video is gonna be like 9 years long, so I'm gonna keep moving fast. One of the ones that I think many of you probably have is Spark Joy by Marie Kondo. This one I highly recommend. I would say that I also have her Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I love these books. This is an ethos that we 100% identify with, as far as you should only have things in your home that you really love, and things that make you sad, things that you have because you feel obligated to have them. None of those reasons are any reason to have things in your house. And this freeing idea that you should have things in your home that you really love, I think is absolutely vital. And I love that. I love that aspect of this book. Now, do I think you should go around your house and just throw everything out and have as little as possible? No, because I think that maybe in a mistaken way, I don't know if that was really, I actually don't think that was her intention. Because I know she's said things otherwise, that she wasn't trying to turn everybody into a minimalist. She was just trying to help free people from feeling like they had to keep things in their closet because they had it, and for all these reasons of guilt and all these things, reasons we hold on to things. And I would say that that is something that we should all take away for our homes, and I think it's amazing. I like Alexa Chung's book. Her book, It. When I read it, it was weird. It was unusual. It was very Alexa. The photography is strange and edgy, and I just really loved that. Finding that freedom in books like this really changed me, and it really changed the way I go about my house. Now, these Domino books are awesome. At the time when these were published, Domino was at its height of owning your personal style and creating that stylish home with things that you loved. I just think that this is so cool that you get to put together a house that is completely yours. It's all about you. And yeah, if it doesn't look good in a magazine, who cares? It's your house. It doesn't have to be ready for a magazine. Not everyone's gonna put their house in a book or a magazine. And I personally find myself fighting that urge to make it look perfect, to make it look like it's magazine ready, the way that other magazine articles would be published and the way they would do it. And it's like, stop it. Stop that right now. Just be yourself. Be yourself. Just cherish the things that are in your home. Cherish what brings you joy, that sparks joy. And that's the things that you should have in your house. If they happen to match, great. But if they don't, who cares? This book is another one of my favorites, Undecorate. The concept will probably not surprise you. It's the idea of the no rules approach to interior design. It's like, who makes these rules? And for someone like me that lived in so many different countries, and I've traveled to so many different places and been invited into people's homes, I didn't just go to the hotel, I was with locals. This was an incredible opportunity to see the way that people actually live around the world. And you just realize we have all these rules that hold us back from enjoying our homes, that they're man-made. They're cultural rules that you leave your own culture really, and you realize really fast, those other people don't hang their artwork the way we do. They don't fix their beds the way that we do. They don't have these set of rules that they feel like they have to adhere to. They are free. And I think that this book is so good for that. It's just truly living in your home. I love this. Look at them. They got their scooters in their house, and her little girl is on the floor with a bunch of books, and it's like, let's actually live in our homes and live our greatest life. And yeah, I mean, there's a beauty to that. I think there's an amazing beauty. In fact, now that I'm talking about it, let me grab Windsor Smith's. You can watch her tour. I will link it down below in the show notes. She did a tour of her home with Quintessence, and it is an amazing and inspiring tour. And one of the things that she said in that video that I 100% agree with is that when you love things, they sit happily together because they make sense in your mind because you love them. And that's not exactly how she said it, but that is the essence of what she said. And so her style isn't about following certain rules and trying to make one certain style. It's about surrounding yourself with things that you truly love. And I think that her books are incredibly, incredibly inspiring. I absolutely recommend Windsor Smith's Homefront book. It's incredible. And I'll leave a link for her tour because that was so cool. Some of my other favorites. Oh my gosh, there's so many. It's gonna be so hard. I'm trying so hard not to make this a 45-minute video. We could definitely keep going. I have books like Private Gardens of Georgia. These are vintage books that I've bought at estate sales, and I absolutely love this book. I have thumbed through it 1,000 times because I love the gardens. They have a very French country feel to them. I don't even know if this is available. What I hope the point that you'll take away from this is go to estate sales and go to Goodwill when we're all allowed to go out. Go to your parents, your grandparents' homes and look at their bookshelves because there are some real gems lingering there. And I'll leave a link if I can find this one online. But don't be afraid to look at vintage books. Sometimes you'll miss something that's been amazing. Now, this will not surprise you. This book is called Imperfect, and it is conceptual. And I think that's what freaks so many people out is this, people want a formula in general. And I can't give you a formula because you're unique and your life is different. And so I can't just say A plus B plus C will always equal a happy home because each one, well, I mean, I could, but then I'd have to just know, for every variable, every one of those little letters, who you are and plug that in to A, B, C, D, and there you go, a happy home. So for me, this idea that there is a celebration of imperfections is just extraordinary. That to attain perfection, we must celebrate the imperfect. This book is incredible. How to Be Parisian. This book is so worn. I've used it as a cup holder. I've dog-eared it. I've read every single page. I've looked through it a million times and I just love this book because it's not about your home. It actually, I don't even know if it has much to say about the home, but it is about the spirit that I want my home to embody. This idea that, yeah, I have messy hair today because you know what? I'm hanging out at my house and I've been sitting at my desk since before 8 a.m. with children coming in and out, and life is crazy right now. And I think that Parisians, that French people have a better grasp of owning that sort of imperfection, that you shouldn't want your whole life to look so done all the time. That to look overly done it's a shame, and they don't understand it. They really don't. Why would you try to look like you worked so hard at this? And I think that concept brought into the home is incredible. I've got Ken Falk's Magical World. Oh, you guys know I love magic. I love mystique. And this book is just amazing. It's just incredible. And I highly recommend this one. Parts of it are sensual, if we should say that. Yes, there are parts that are definitely sensual. He also did a tour with Quintessence that I will link to as well. And he mentioned in that video that people were like, oh, so you bought this old rickety house and you're gonna redo every inch of it. And he was like, no, this is what makes this house so good. And I wish that we could get that message through to more people, that this idea of a perfect home will always make you feel dissatisfied because you can't make anything perfect. Life is essentially imperfect, and that's what makes it so awesome. One last one, and this I hope will encourage you just to look beyond the normal routes when you're designing your home and when you're creating it. Look at things like these sort of magazines that are more conceptual and have these amazing ideas. They're weird and they're twisted, and there's something to be learned from that. That we should embrace the things that make us weird or make us unusual, and that's why I thought this was just so cool, because it makes me uncomfortable. I wasn't raised in an environment in which we were supposed to celebrate things that looked like a landscape should look like a landscape, and a person's supposed to look this one way, and this is the way things are supposed to be done. Why aren't we owning the freedom that we have, the freedom to create whatever we want, the freedom to just truly be ourselves and to celebrate who we are? If you enjoyed this kind of video where I tell you the real, I tell you what's really happening and where the real inspiration comes from, let me know, because this is a pretty bold step for someone who has been hiding in her own shadow, and I don't want to give you half of me. I want to give you all of me here, because I want you to give all of you to your home and to your life. And so I'm gonna be really bold and just put myself out there like that. And I think that that's so cool that we get to do this together, and we get to create something really amazing, and we can have these kind of conversations. So let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this video, if you are another self-professed weirdo, if you are imperfect too. Let me know that I'm not the only one. And if I'm the only one, then I'm okay with that. I'm only me. So that's cool too. Don't forget, hit subscribe, and if you love this video, share it with your friends and family, and go visit us at Instagram, because we've got our 2 accounts. We love to share inspiration, recipes, books, anything that's coming out. We were able to share it in real time there, a little bit easier than we can here. So go check us out there, and otherwise, I will be back hopefully tomorrow with another video and more of the House of Valentina. See you then. Bye.